Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, piloting to the universe of Chinese. And yesterday we talked about a pretty universal, well, it went a little bit too fast, character, jiàn. And now today we pair it with water by the side. I was going to question, what does this jiàn meaning gap, essentially, what paired with water? Here, Chinese describe it a gap on earth with water, filled with water, let's say. Okay, so that's exactly what a ravine is, right? All right, so we can just go back to history of this door frame with moonlight through it. Even if here, I believe there is a kind of a confusion of the moon symbol looking similar like a meat symbol, this omega sign with two stripes, that looks like the moon. The meat. So eventually things got standardized and we separate the moon and the meat completely. And over time, even the moon was switched out by the sun, even if originally we observed the phenomenon of moonlight through door frames that you can see the beam of light through to realize there is a gap in there. And the water symbol on the left side, we came across this many times in Chinese, because the world is filled with water, right? So many things, so much different terrains and behavior of water can be used and describe our life, our scenery. This water, 5 strokes. The main stream in the middle is continuous versus the 2 sides got broken somewhat. So it's total 5 strokes, and that depicts water flowing in nature. It's not our tap water. So water in nature, either it's a creek, stream, ravine, or river, all of them can be described by these 5 strokes. Eventually, it's too much strokes. And it's too common. And imagine through thousands of years, everybody saved 2 strokes on this frequently occurring Chinese character. We saved a bunch of time by simplifying it to 3 strokes. Just da, 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 right? Okay, ravine. We have 山间, mountain, ravine. It's deduplication of meaning because ravine, by definition, is a gap in the mountain filled with water. So san is totally unnecessary. However, this is a common Chinese phenomenon because Chinese are monosyllable characters. One character, just one syllable. And when we see it, no problem. But when we hear it in our daily lives, so many different things sound the same. It's hard to differentiate. One mechanism to differentiate is by pairing a character with its contextual character that provide roughly the same directional meaning so that the 2 combine together that almost make the character like, in this case, dual syllable, right? When we hear 山见, probably most likely is this one because the combination of these 2 pronunciations, the chances of overlapping with another same pronunciation, totally different characters, reduced dramatically. So here is duplication of necessity to facilitate audio communication. 山见, okay. 溪见, you see water symbol by the side, so we can figure out, okay, xi is a type of water as well. Well, we translate it as a stream. And xi on the right side is about continuation, a chain. Actually, ancient times, the one version is a chain of slaves. We have 3-finger hand symbol from the top of the frame, and then this circle thing. Well, now I actually have a new understanding. New understanding may not be slave, actually. It described the ancient times of fabric dyeing and ancient fabric specifically of silk. So you can imagine silk for longest time being trade secret for China. So that probably in the, I guess, a smaller scale global trade era, that's what China's main export item. So lots of characters describing this profitable activity. So the three finger actually holding instead of slaves. There's two chains on the two circles connected by a thread that kind of simplify to that is a thread that's kind of figure eight shape that was the ancient time to, I guess, as far as I can see, as the ancient way to thread, to keep the thread untangled when going into the tank of dyeing. Because you move the thread, long thread, just think of this engineering problem. Long thread, you don't want to tangle it, and you have to move it from air to liquid, so different form of medium, and then you have to keep them untangled. So one solution is doing this, and as long as you keep the two ends taut, things are in place. You can undo it quickly without tangling. So that's the ancient solution. There's two circles describing that, and that describes continuation. So continuation of water, because I would imagine the water came from the mountains, snow melt, right? And the water through the mountains either travel on top of the mountains or in between cracks or under the surface, the underground water. In all ways, that water travel down from the top of the mountain. And when it's continuous, that means enough water accumulating through this track, this particular route of water going gravity pull downward, downstream. So that continued water describe this phenomenon of that forms a stream already. And the jiàn, stream and ravine, you can say it's same thing of different scale. Ravine probably is this well-traveled water pathway on top of the surface, above the ground, get so entrenched, it basically carved out a canyon just for the water to travel through. That became a ravine. Okay, 鸟鸣涧 simply is such a poetic expression. Three character, 鸟, bird. And we see add a mouse symbol next to the bird. That's bird chirping. So bird chirping, ravine, give you the sense of you hear the echoing sound or the particular sound effect when the bird chirps travel through a canyon with water sound. We have bird sound, we have stream water sound, and it's bouncing in between these two walls of this canyon looking scape. And that particular sound effect, like without re-rendering it or capturing in nature, we can totally imagine how that would sound like. It's very healing, I would say, 鸟鸣涧, and we just use that as, or somebody used that as a title of their poem. So here is a look of one possible arrangement of ravine. 见, thank you for your time. See you another day.